Steve here in Sydney again of the Laynosis website, truebluehealer.com, where in just 20 minutes doing the beginner's tour, you can get physical evidence immediately that your divine spark has been activated, and that'll be followed up by vivid messaging dreams within a week or so, and lots of other wonderful adventures will accrue to you, and in a few months you'll end up with an internal mentoring voice. It's a wonderful journey, and it's what you're actually supposed to be. Now, what I want to talk to today is the looming debt crisis again, coming to America soon. It's a crisis that threatens to derail Trump and the whole American government as they simply run out of money. And I'm wondering, being as it's been announced that the Fed lost, I think it was $2 or $3 trillion, some vast, unimaginable, as usual, astronomically large sum of money. They just can't find $2 trillion. Sounds like Donald Rumsfeld, doesn't it? The day before 9/11. Just can't find it. Where's all the money gone? I think the Fed could be audited, and that's been mentioned by Trump and some supporters who are very well informed on the graveness of the long-term situation of letting the Fed continue to do its evil work, which is all part of basically destroying America again. Since 1913 they've been doing it. It's a kind of economic imperialism where banks take over entire nations, you see. Now, what can you do? Well, audit the Fed to find out. That's a good excuse then to canvass the idea of going back to having states print their own money, produce their own money, and don't let foreign-based banking systems, privately owned banking systems, produce money on a screen just by typing on a keyboard. They've just been inventing money, but nobody else can do that, and you've got to pay them back by working to pay interest just on the money that the government is supplied with to run its daily business. So abolishing the Fed and putting money back into money generation, money minting back into the hands of government would surely seem to be a good idea. We could even go back to our metal-backed currency. So that's my other suggestion with the looming crisis. I don't think we can let the Fed system in America go on indefinitely. It shouldn't be propped up. It's on its deathbed now. It has brought America to its economic deathbed, and a radical turn, a change in course has got to be enacted by some courageous people. It would certainly be a very courageous thing, and I'm saying that word courageous, something like that English show Yes Minister, where you'll be hurled from office for daring to be so courageous with such a thoughtful policy. So we'll refrain from that. So I'm using it in that sort of context. But someone's got to take the bull by the horns and say, we've had 100 years of snowballing debt which cannot be tolerated any longer, otherwise it's the end of the American empire. So I would suggest, having lost several $1 trillion, they just can't find it. Just can't find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where's all the money gone? They have certified their own incompetence, and I would say that it would be easy for Donald Trump to say, well, there's going to be a different way of producing money. There's a few ways of doing that, and there's very simple ways if you watch a Bill Still report. He doesn't advise going into metal-backed money. He just wants governments to go back to minting money, because he said metal-backed money just allows robber barons to accumulate wealth with their massive buying power, which they've accumulated over hundreds of years of robber baron behaviour. So I'll find that Bill Still movie for you. It's a little clip where he gives you a lecture. It's from about 2012. And he says gold-backed currency is not the solution. Going back to that sort of a past is a disaster, because it just re-empowers robber barons. But I'll dig that up for you. I'll put a link below this video to it, and you can be a little bit more informed. Bill Still is always worth listening to. He's a very good and well-informed commentator. Steve here in Sydney. Over and out.